oh, Kaylin doesn't like black men, is what is said to me on a daily basis. And I just want to clear my name. I feel like this is said to black women, and people don't understand what's going on beneath the surface of that. So I want to talk about that today. And this is going to be my personal experience, so please don't come for me. This is what has happened to me, okay? It's happened to me, like HRH, to me. This is my experience, okay? So, and I have to say it like that because I already know how people are going to come at me for talking about this, but I feel like a lot of my black girls will relate. So what I want to first start out by saying is that in high school, I did date a black guy and for 3 years. And I'm not saying that to defend myself in any way. I really don't have to, but I'm saying that so I can set the story for you guys. And so you guys can know that I ain't got a type. Bad bitches is the only thing that I like, okay? So then I go to college. And so you guys know, the college I went to Amherst College, which is a very, very small school, and it's a very selective school. Just off the bat, there's already going to be a smaller pool of black people. Among that small group of an already small campus, there's going to be an even smaller percentage that I personally find attractive. Okay, now, and one might say, oh, but Kaylin, that same kind of justification applies to the black men as well. There's not that many black women, and especially there's not probably going to be as many black women that they find attractive. And that would be true if you were operating under something other than the patriarchy. Let me explain. Men are the ones that go up to women and ask them on a date or ask them for their number or go like spaghetti match. That is what happens. Usually it's not the woman that has to go up to a man and be like, oh, I find you attractive. Did it go on a date with me? That's crazy. I will never be doing that. I don't know why, like, no, absolutely not. So therefore, if the black women aren't doing that and they find the black men attractive, the black men are the ones that are going to have to go up to the black women and say something to them. And that is not what happened to me or to a lot of the black women who were at my school as well. That was not their experience. A lot of those guys were going on dates or going to formals with white women, okay? People have said to me, oh, Kaylin, maybe they're just intimidated by you and they're too scared to go up to talk. They're not too scared to go up to the white women. Why should I have to grovel and supplicate myself to a black man to be like, please go on a date with me, please, please pick me instead? Why would I do that? You're listening to the story and you follow me and you know what I do now and you're looking with your eyes on the camera right now, you probably think, Kaylin, how is this happening to you? And to that I would say, I don't know. I'm not thinking that I'm like the most beautiful girl in the whole world. However, I was one of the only, if not the only person at that campus at that time who was getting paid for the way that they looked. What kind of is like even crazier about it is that the way that they talked to me and the way that they talked about me was like, I remember one, maybe you'll see this, but I remember one being like, Kaylin, as like a beautiful woman, and he was like, I'm not trying to hit on you, but like an objective fact, like you're beautiful. And I found this guy attractive, you guys, and he thought I was attractive, but I wasn't getting asked on a date. I wouldn't, like, it's like so confusing. Then it's like, okay, so Kaylin, like you never got asked on a date or anything or asked to formals in college? I did, you guys, but who was coming up to me and who was asking me on these dates? White men. Sorry. And after I go to formal with a white guy, then the black guys are like, oh, Kaylin likes white guy, da, da, da. And it's like, you guys, would you rather me stay at home? Kind of traumatizing experience because it's very frustrating and invalidating. You feel like you're living in a different universe a little bit. I feel like I was also kind of traumatized by when the whole Megan Thee Stallion thing happened. So many black men that I knew were like posting supporting Tory Lanez and stuff, and I was just like, you guys don't even like him like that. You've never posted him before. You literally are just doing this to be against Megan, and that really affected me. And just overall having so many opinions about our hair and what we do and how we act and how we dress, and it's like, oh my gosh. One might say to that, like, Kaylin, like, yeah, the black men might make jokes and mock black women, yeah, but white men, they're evil. And to that I say, feels different coming from white men than black men. And let me explain. To me, when a white man makes fun or mocks or is racist towards a black woman, like, yeah, that hurts, but it's obviously like, okay, I'm gonna stay away from them. It feels like a stranger disrespecting you, which is like, it hurts obviously, But a black man who has a black mother does it to you, it feels like your family member said something horrible to you, like your close family member, like totally disrespected you. Like it hurts you for longer. It like traumatizes you just a little bit. Harder to move on after it. Then outside of college, I still kind of have the same circle, and now I'm in this modeling world. Is the reality like the black men who are also in this world are either rich, or they are athletes who are also rich, or they're like famous, or they're just in this world. So it's kind of like the same circle as my college, but just magnified. And so who are they going for? The same women that the guys in college were going for. When I'm at these functions, very rarely do white men come up to me and flirt with me or say anything to me or ask me on a date. It just always happens to be the white men. So then for people to be like, oh, you only date white men, like trying to make me feel guilty about it, when it's like, so one might say, well, Kaylin, like if there's not that many black men in the circles that you're in now, and the ones that are in your circle aren't looking for you, then maybe you should go outside. Like basically trying to say like, why don't you date the bus driver? Like that Twitter argument. And it's like, you guys, Clark made a video. I love her. I think she made a video about this too. But it's like, I studied hard to get to the school that I was in. I worked so hard. I cultivated my whole personality and was bold enough to get into the rooms that I get into. Why should I have to reach down to date somebody who's not even coming after me? It's like, you guys don't do that to any other race. Don't do it to us. Other people have told me like, oh, you just look like you like white guys. Like black guys probably don't even come up to you because you just look like you. What is that supposed to mean? What, like, honestly, what does that mean? What I'm trying to say is I am attracted, but it's just like at some point you have to be attracted to what you're attracting, okay? And not what you're not attracting. It'll be bad self-esteem if I was trying to chase after these black men that are chasing after white women. So yeah, that's what I had to say. And if you're a black woman, don't let them make you feel guilty or shamed for going on a date with a white man. And if you're a black man, I don't know, if you're cute and on my level, then ask me on a date or something.